So I'm not gonna go through this door. Somebody else gets to go through this door.
Yeah, you guys are currently standing at a locked iron door.
Okay.
Anybody have any spells?
Hans has already tried twice to get through it, and he can't pick it up.
Oh, pick it.
Wait, I think actually, wait. Oh, I thought I picked knock, but I did suggestion instead.
Can we try looking through the keyhole to see if there's anything to see?
I believe you did try doing that, and I think you failed your perception.
Alright.
Really only saw darkness on the other side.
Sounds good.
Have I tried throwing flames at it yet?
Yeah, it's an iron door, so...
Oh. Right.
Lou is gonna go up and knock on the door. Clank, clank, clank.
I think you tried that last time, too.
Oh yeah.
Did.
We just scream, let us in.
Well, I guess we could try going around, or see if there's another door we can choose, like this other door here.
Let's do it, Lou.
Yeah, just go through the door.
Oh, yeah, we've already been through this room, right?
I don't
Yeah.
remember.
Well, we're about to find out.
This
'Cause there's one there.
Is this door wood or iron?
It is a wood door.
Oh yeah.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna
Burn it
use
to the ground.
So, Hannah walked in first.
Oh. No.
What's your AC?
Please be big.
14, I think. Yeah, 14.
Okay, that hits. And then Jack's walking right after her.
Ah, crap.
How many hit points did I get?
I haven't gotten there yet.
Oh.
How you guys doing?
What's your AC, Jax?
12.
12?
Yeah.
Only 12?
Yeah.
Okay, it just hits you.
Oh, it's okay.
Ophelia takes 9 damage.
Oh my gosh. Oh no.
Jax takes 10 damage.
Oh,
As,
how delightful.
You guys walk in and you step on a pressure plate. It creaks, and on opposite side of the room you hear a puff, like a high-pitched puff of air, as you don't even see it, as something like flies super quickly through the air and strikes you guys.
Ow.
With a third one just kind of striking off to the wall with no one really walked in the way of it.
Okay, so we're gonna look in rooms before we go in them now.
Jax is very, very injured right now.
Hans walks in behind you guys and says, "There's traps in here."
Who's Hans?
So I'm gonna go ahead and use Cure Wounds on Jax. D8. So you get 10 back. Congratulations.
Oh,
It's like you never got hit.
Jax is slightly less injured now.
Lou walks up, plays a little diddle. Jack sees the halfling that is very like adamant that he knows nothing about magic. Walks up, plays a little diddle, and Jax watches as the arrow that has struck him is pushed out of his body naturally, while the wound behind it heals as it pushes out the arrow.
What the hell just happened?
The power of music.
Okay, I'm not sure how I feel about that, but thank you.
You are welcome.
There is a chest in the room.
Oh.
Hey,
Have Hans do it.
Hans, you
yeah,
wanna check
Hans.
that out?
Hans walks forward.
My guess is there's gonna be some trap elsewhere in the room that hits us and not Hans because he opened the chest.
We're just gonna start using Hans as a shield. Body shield.
Hans, go walk over there.
It's not trapped, and he takes out his thieves' tools. He fiddles around with the lock for a minute before pulling his tools out and just shakes his head and bows his head in shame.
You good, Hans?
Between not being able to unlock the door and now this chest, he kind of just puts his thief tools away, crosses his arms to let his like large cloak kind of come down and cover his entire body, and says, "I couldn't get it."
Sucks.
It's okay, brother.
Who else wants to give it a try?
I don't have thieves' tools.
Yeah, does anyone else have thieves' tools?
Nope.
No.
I guess
on your
we're
way.
pressing on.
I mean, I guess you guys could technically use Hans's thieves' tools.
Could we smash it open?
Yeah.
You could try to, yeah.
can light on
Okay.
fire.
Yeah, I'll step up and try and smash it open with a hand axe.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack.
Or not a hand axe, but a maul, sorry. Hiya.
Okay, you go out and swing your maul, and it smashes against the lock of the chest. It's like this like larger, very square lock. The entire chest is very like square in shape, and the maul just kind of bounces off of it with a really loud clang. It doesn't seem to do any damage against this metal box.
Well, can't get it open, guys.
Well, it's a thought that counts.
Hans, try again.
Maybe there are some chests that aren't meant to be opened.
Okay, Hans will step forward and he'll try one more time.
But put your back into it this time.
Does that affect being able to pick a lock?
Yes, it does.
I'm not well versed in lock picking, so I wouldn't know.
Push harder.
Really believe in yourself this time.
I believe in you.
He goes down, puts his like lock pick in, and fills around with the lock for a moment. And a minute passes before you hear an audible click, and Hans puts away his tools and lifts the top to the chest.
Yes!
Hey, you guys, it's because he believed in himself.
It's because he put his back into it.
Yeah.
So, Hans, what's in the chest?
He looks in and rummages around some things. There's multiple bags. He gets out the biggest bag, opens it up, and looks inside and says looks like copper. And he tosses it to you, Jax. And you look inside, and you haven't counted it out, but there's at least like a few thousand copper in here in this bag.
Wow.
He pulls out another one and then throws it to you again, Jax. And you open that one, and it's about the same weight in silver.
Score!
He pulls out a really small like ornamental box. That's like you could like carry it in like a handbag if you wanted to. He takes it out, opens it up. He finds 2 diamonds inside and about 10 gold. He finds some bloodstone, some citrin, some jasper, 2 moonstone, a piece of onyx,
Okay.
star rose quartz, and a strange-looking potion.
Alright. All y'all magic people can have the stones, and we'll divide up the money evenly.
Okay. We can probably wait until the end to do that, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
Who's writing down what was all in there? Could you repeat? I've got my notes open.
I put it in the D&D chat.
There we
Okay.
go.
Perfect. Speaking of which, I don't have my money in. Good job, Hans. You solved the mystery.
See Hans.
Worth your weight in gold.
Hans crosses his arms, but you see him kind of like stand a little taller.
It's worth twice your weight in gold, Blue.
Yeah.
And as you guys are rifling, paying a lot of attention to that chest, you also find this circular. It's not indented or outdented. It's like built into the floor. It's like this circular shape with a bunch of runes that looks similar to the runes you guys saw on the pedestal outside, lining the inside of this this circular stepping stone that's built into the floor.
Does anything happen if we touch the runes?
Yeah, you just poke the runes.
With a stick.
Okay. I don't think there's a stick in here anywhere. Did you guys bring the power stone with you?
Yes.
I can put a ham bone on it.
You have a hand bone?
I have a ham bone.
Why do you have
Oh
that?
yeah, from your dinner.
Wait, haven't you been collecting sticks for your spell or whatever?
I have a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
sharpened twigs.
That's right.
I have like 21 sharpened twigs.
Choose
you
one
guys-
of those.
You're gonna like hiss at anyone if they try to take it though.
I will hand over 1 sharpened twig if somebody else wants to like poke this thing.
I think we're good if we could probably just touch the runes in that same pattern that we used before.
If you want to do it, go for it. I'm scared of all this magic. Not down for this.
So you guys touch the runes?
With what I had at sticks.
Okay. So you poke at it. They seem to be inactive. You see on the wall about a comfortable height for like someone like the size of Ophelia. There's like this little like outdented panel that has the same like indented little like pouch that with like runes around it that looks similar to the pedestal outside that was made to hold the power gem.
So who puts the power gem in there?
You go over and you kind of like have to hop up to do it. It's like relatively high up, but you get there. The runes on the circular stepping stone built into the floor come to life in like this light blue light.
Wow.
What do you think, guys? Should we try to teleport instead of fumbling our way around this maze of rooms?
Oh, is that what this is? Yeah, let's do that.
Sure, it seems like it would be.
I'm
Yeah,
scared. Someone else go first, and if they don't burn and die, I'll do it.
Okay, I'll go.
In a flash of light, Ophelia steps on to the stepping stone. There's a flash of blinding light as the runes like come to life. You guys have to like cover your eyes for a moment, and as you blink and look to the stepping stone once again, as the light like drops down and lowers, darkness takes over the room again. Ophelia is gone, and Ophelia, you blink. As you, for a split second, your vision is overtaken by this shadowy but bright alternate world where like you look at things around you and this strange aura like whips up and off of everything as if like everything is strangely alive, and then you blink and you're in a different room.
Interesting.
Can I yell and see if Ophelia can hear me?
I was just gonna say that too.
Ophelio!
Guys,
Ophelia!
I'm okay.
Yeah, so both of you roll perception.
You can't hear each other over your own noises. The end.
Okay.
Oh, I hear Ophelia, definitely.
Oh, yeah. Jax definitely hears Ophelia coming from across the way. You hear it coming from...
Don't be a pussy. Jump in.
You hear it coming from the other side of this iron door.
Alright. She seems okay, Lou. I'm jumping in. Godspeed.
Same thing. You're whisked away in a bright, like deafening bright light. And Hans, with only Lou in the room, looks to him and says, "Don't worry. These are pretty reliable. I've used them all the time."
Alright, I'm coming.
Should have asked Hans.
Thanks. Grab the power stone and then quickly hop in there.
Okay,
Ooh.
it's just enough time that you can, it still remains powered and you, it whisks you away.
That was a smart decision. How's it going, team? What's in the room with us?
Yeah, we roll perception.
So you guys look around. You guys can roll perception if you want.
I almost rolled deception on accident.
Gonna deceive the
door.
room.
Trick the room.
I
These
think
walls
the room,
appear to be made of walls.
the room definitely just tricked me.
Okay. The room is dark. It's darker than any other room you guys have been in, but Jax's torch, which I believe he has,
I can
illuminates
cast a
it.
light cantrip, because I have that.
Oh, good. That'd be useful. But yeah, there's not much in here, but it smells terrible. As you guys kind of look around, Ophelia spots in one corner. There is a stone sarcophagus kind of sitting up on, not standing straight up, but kind of like leaning on the wall. And it's kind of like sits as if it's like just off to one side, sitting in storage. And you can tell this terrible odor is coming from that thing.
Something smells stinky.
What kind of door is this here?
It is a wooden door.
You guys want to check out the sarcophagus, or do you want me to flameo us through this door?
Hey, Doll, you got a nice passive perception, right? Not Doll. Doll's our other rogue in my other game. Hans.
Passive perception?
I thought you were just getting like really suave for a minute and was calling someone dog.
Oh, hey, dog. I don't think. Yeah, passive wisdom.
Yeah, his passive wisdom is 13.
Oh, so much better than mine.
I can take one for the team and check it if someone wants to like protect me if something comes out and attacks me.
I mean, if anyone who is gonna take things for the team, it should be Hans. Don't risk yourself.
I mean, how's Hans looking health-wise?
Who cares?
I don't want Hans to get down. I like Hans. Soft-spoken people are the best kind of people to Jax.
Hans kind of like looks at Ophelia and is like, I can believe that you're in a cult for a while now.
Oh, dang.
Wow. Okay.
He's at 17 health. He's just above
Okay.
half.
I am going. I think we should let me take this because 17 is a lot less than what I have.
I am also at 17.
I'm stepping up.
So you walk up to the sarcophagus. It's pretty simple in make. It's made out of it looks like it was carved out of stone. It's not a great like job. It's very like bumpy and uneven in its surface. But it does have this like painted mark on the top where it's kind of like, it looks like kind of like a hatchet, like a really simply painted 2D hatchet that mirrors itself on top of the sarcophagus. Other than that, it just looks like to be enclosed.
Do I detect any like magical aura around it?
Go ahead and roll an Arcana check. As best as you can tell, there is none.
Alright. I'll try and open the sarcophagus then.
Okay, it's a very heavy lid. Go ahead and roll strength to try to lift it.
Nope.
You dig your fingers into kind of the crevices and you yank a few times, but it is heavy.
I didn't eat breakfast this morning, guys. I'm not feeling strong enough to open this thing.
Maybe if we both give it a try.
Team effort?
Yeah, let's
if
both try.
one character wants to give another a help action, they can roll at advantage.
Yeah. Also.
We can't pull on it at the same time.
I mean, mechanically, it's just giving the help action.
Okay. I'll give you a help action, Jax.
Why do I get?
So I roll strength at advantage then, or do I just roll one more time?
Strength at advantage.
Alright.
Yeah, Lou tries and he gets it to budge a little bit, but it isn't quite enough. But then Jax comes over with Ophelia's help and is able to heave it off finally, with the top of it kind of just falling like loudly clattering to one side, bumping into the walls. And what you guys see inside is a wrapped up, well, it looks like a body, but wrapped up in bandages from head to
The
toe.
mummy?
And that's all that's in there is a body.
Yeah. You guys can roll investigation if you want to check for anything special.
I don't know what I would look for.
Investigation. Who
think
finds
that
more
would-
bandages?
Lou definitely finds bandages. But Ophelia, you look around and you see at the foot of the sarcophagus, in this like bolted into the sarcophagus and sealed with like a latch, so that like at any angle it wouldn't like fall or be, like thrown around the inside. You unlatch it and it's like a simple wooden box, but you unlatch it and open it up, and what you find inside are some vials of things you guys have found before. When you fought that shade a while ago, it's full of these like tinted liquids with some stuff floating around inside.
Tinted liquid of stuff moving around.
Oh yeah, I've still got some of those organ-like thingies.
Yeah.
Which I keep
Oh, they're
forgetting
organs?
to sell.
It seems these are preserved organs.
Yeah.
Lou, do you need some more organs?
Sure, how many you got?
There are about 5 soda can-sized glass containers that all have what looks like to be a different organ inside, or at least like what they could fit inside of the organ.
Alright, I have 8 total now.
Do you think there's some like freak that would buy these from us for a nice price?
What would do a medicine check to see maybe what these things are?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey!
Okay, nice. So yeah, one is definitely a heart. There are two contain a separate lung. One looks to be what they could fit in of the small intestine. One is something, even with that high roll, you don't recognize.
Ooh.
Cool.
With that high roll, you would know that these are elven.
Oh yeah.
Maybe like through your travels, all your travels throughout the world, or your dealings with a precarious god, you seem to have come by the experience of seeing elven organs in person before, and you know how different they look from human. And these are definitely elven.
Guys, this is an elf. Those are elf organs.
Lou would know this.
Oh. Okay.
Guys, these are elf organs. I once saw an elf get smashed in the head and things like this flew out of
Organs in the head, huh? You elves have very weird anatomy.
I'm a halfling.
I'm the elf.
Yeah, I turned to Ophelia and said that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, actually, this is important for Jax's character that I never mentioned before. He probably would never have met a halfling before. They are not common at all in Wickshire or the wider Breton nation. So all this time you thought this little person you've been traveling with is a really weird dwarf that doesn't have a beard for some reason.
Okay. So I'm just giving him weird glances trying to figure him out because...
Yeah, just trying to figure him out all the time. Because like every dwarf you've ever met is like super proud of their giant thick beard. And they braid it in like super extravagant, complex ways. But this guy, does Luke have a beard?
Yeah. Looks like my beard.
Right. It's definitely thick and lines his mug, but it's a far cry from a dwarf's beard.
Is there anything else we want to do with the sarcophagus?
I think Ophelia might note that the height of the dead person is about equivalent to herself.
Is it you?
Well, we know it's an elf, right? Because of the organs.
Right.
So,
We're looking at your own corpse. Ooh.
well, yeah, it seems like an elf, guys. I mean, look how tall it is. So I'm gonna go stand next to it in a really goofy way.
Hans kind of, as you do that, Hans kind of notes pretty tall for an elf.
Oh yeah, my dad was pretty tall too. I guess you're right.
So you're standing next to the body, or what are you doing?
Oh, I'm just like kind of imitating the body.
Very nice.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
look how
So
tall it is.
you kind of like walk up to the side of it and kind of cross your arms like the mummified
Yeah.
body is. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that seems to be it to this room.
Alright, should we pick a direction?
How about I use produce flame on this door?
So you throw fire, but it seems like this door is so old and maybe so well oiled when it was originally made that once your fire strikes it, it kind of just strikes it and puffs out like a wave and dissipates, leaving no damage.
I'll try again.
You definitely hit it and leave like a charred chunk in the top right of the door, but it's still standing.
Keep going.
Okay, one more time.
A much larger chunk comes out this time.
How big? Can we fit through it?
It hasn't gone through all the way through the door yet. It's just like a chunk. Like, okay, the door comes down.
Okay. Cool. Hey Hans, you want to go through this door?
Hans, go first.
He crosses
You got
his
this,
arms and
bro.
shakes his head.
Come on, man. Use perception. You got this.
Hans, we're only doing this because we trust you the most. I'm a clumsy oaf.
Are you asking him to check for traps?
Yes.
Okay. He will do that. He nods and walks forward. He walks in, looks around, left or right, up and down, and then looks to you guys and says, "Looks clear.
What's this door made out of?
Looks like iron."
Fuck.
Fuck.
Should we,
You want to take a crack at that?
yeah, pick it?
You want him to pick it?
Yeah.
Pick it real good.
He walks up, takes out his thieves' tools, but quickly like checks the door.
It's
You know, it
unlocked,
has
isn't
that like little thumb thing at the top. He pulls it down, and the door creaks slowly open.
Nice job.
Man, you're really fast at this lockpicking business.
Hans does his like loner thing of grunts and just walks in like a professional.
Did anything happen to Hans when he walked in?
Oh, I should probably check.
Hans, look for traps. Come on, man.
Jax like timidly walks in and steps back up. So he definitely didn't check for traps.
Oh,
He walks in and nothing happens.
Alright, I'll walk in.
Okay.
Do I have to roll anything?
No, you're good.
Oh, sweet.
He walks up. Hey Hans, tell me your life story. Where's you from? How you doing?
Alright.
He just says, knock it off.
Should we go down or up the stairs? I don't know which direction the stairs are going.
Let's go use the stairs. Hans, you go first.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, run. We're just shuffling around.
Hans, go first.
You're gonna just go abuse his character.
Dude, Hans is gonna die because of us.
I don't hear anyone fighting me.
So what you do find in the in the room, you do find on this far side is a tapestry. As you guys look over it, it looks to be kind of really extravagantly, but like everything is like represented in like very hexagonal shapes. You know, there's no smooth lines. Everything's like a flat line that leads into a flat line. But it comes together to make like a convincingly easy to read image of, you see a bunch of like what looks to be elves looking taller and lankier than you guys are probably used to. For the few of you who actually have like met elves, which is probably everybody but Jax. They look like weirdly lanky, like their arms and legs are like way too long compared to their body, while all the elves in the picture are like running away to like the left side to flee a village that is on fire, as on the right side of the tapestry, like these pony-mounted, heavily armored dwarves are riding in, pointing hammers and spears toward the fleeing elves, as like this one specific dwarf that is like bigger than anyone else on the tapestry, pointing like this really detailed depicted hammer towards the elves, looking to give like a war cry. As in the middle of both the fleeing elves and the oncoming dwarves, you see this looks to be like an elven woman clutching her two children, looking to... She's given up on the idea of running and is just trying to like keep her two kids from seeing anything.
Damn. That's
Not
crazy.
babies.
Scary.
I wonder why they're all like super lanky like that.
They're eating their broccoli.
Yeah.
Why aren't you that tall?
My dad was tall. My dad was real tall. Big guy.
And
What's he? Hagrid.
Yeah.
as you look into this tapestry, Ophelia, you feel something rumbling around in your pouches,
My pouches.
or wherever you keep your stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you get it out?
I'm gonna, yeah, I like take my pouch and I like kind of just open it and look at it.
You open it up, and it's that book you got off of the cultist you defeated in the forest, with that like one blood streak running down the front of it.
Oh yeah.
You look at it, and as you look in, it's not moving at all. You have no idea why you felt like it was vibrating in your pocket, as like you look at it now, and it's just sitting there, motionless. You lower it and look at the tapestry again, and one of the children that was like planted her head in an elven woman's like collar to not look, is now looking straight at you.
Ew.
She looks very familiar, almost like you, but just
Ew.
different enough to be maybe someone else.
I hate
As you hear a whisper, "Why'd you forget about me?" And then you blink and the tapestry goes back normal.
that. I know exactly what that is.
Lou's like, hey, that looks like you.
Did they see it?
No, they didn't see that. They just saw the tapestry did not change for them.
Okay.
Should I start talking in the mid-Atlantic accent? Hey, how are you doing down there, huh?
Babe. Or
Yeah.
He's an actor.
Doll
He's
face.
accent.
Yeah.
all things. I'm just gonna be really spooked, but not really talk to them about it.
Roll a wisdom save. Okay, that was really good. You
Nothing
feel...
happens.
Nothing happens. Essentially, you feel this cold grip come over you for a second, like this really cold shiver, like quickly run up your spine, and you feel the need to quickly open the book, but you like pull back and resist it, and you quickly put back the pouch away.
Yeah, I don't really like this place, guys. This is a weird vibe.
We still gotta find that crystal ball.
Yeah. Okay.
Remember, we're doing this for you.
Don't guilt trip me.
Should we take the stairs?
Okay. I'm very uneasy now.
So you guys
You
take the
guys
stairs
go-
up.
you
Yeah, I'll
guys
go.
first.
I'll go
Okay.
first. I'm feeling bold.
So you guys walk up the stairs and you find yourselves in this very confined hallway that's only like big enough to hold, especially with Ophelia, just like two people walking shoulder to shoulder. It's very tight.
Maybe, okay. Yikes.
So tight that losing the
So,
wall.
let's have
Yep.
Hans go first.
Oh my god.
Come on, Hans, go in front.
He shakes his head and says, I'm hurt. I'm not going first.
Okay.
Hurt physically or hurt emotionally?
He crosses his arms and goes quiet.
Can I roll a
You-
perception?
Are you perceiving
Um,
Hans's emotion?
No. I just want to know more about this hallway.
Can I roll an empathy check?
Yeah.
You can roll insight if you want.
Can I roll outside?
Hans is definitely annoyed by all your goading. Even a little offended. Wow.
Wow, she doesn't mean it.
Hey, Hans is gonna
She
leave.
doesn't mean it.
He's a dick. He's like making fun of me for being like half and half.
I think that's just what elves do.
See, Hans. He shakes his head and says, "There's so much I could be saying, but I'm not. And it's because I'm trying to be courteous."
So your excuse is, hey, at least I'm not offending you as much as I could have been.
He puts his hands up and shrugs and just kind of like, it looks like he gives up the conversation. But you guys walk in and the hallway is covered in what looks like it's been engraved with geometric patterns that don't really insinuate to a larger picture. It's just, I think it looks just like a pleasant pattern into the wall to give it some flavor.
So there's no like discernible code to these.
No, it looks pretty random. It looks like just aesthetic.
Aesthetics.
You got this, Ophelia.
Why is Lou in a wall?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, sprinting down that hallway.
Okay, what kind of door is this?
A wooden door.
Burn it.
There's also a hallway over here.
We could kick down the door, see what's in this room, and if we don't like it, go down the hallway.
Okay, I'll burn it. Why do I feel like this wasn't the intended way for us to get through these doors?
Hans proudly walks up next to you.
Let me guess, he's gonna open the door.
Unlatches the door and walks in.
Oh my god.
Hans is gonna check for traps.
Yeah. He walks in, looks around, and says to you, and then looks back to you guys and says, "Don't see anything wrong with this room."
I'll cautiously walk over here and can I like see anything? Is there anything to see?
You look around, and it looks like this room is full of paintings.
I'm assuming I wouldn't know anything about these paintings because this is out of my realm of knowledge.
So you see one is a painting depicting what looks like from his fine red like coat with like gold trimming on the shoulders. It's like a military looking attire. It's a man with like standing with his like raised chin, looking very like superior to like trying to look superior for his painting, and kind of having that up tilt chin looking down at the painter. with just this like red velvet, looks like this large red velvet cloth, like uncut cloth, just hanging in the background to give like variety and texture to the background. You see that this person, there's nothing around them, but they look small. No beard, so they don't look like a dwarf. There's no way they're small enough to be a gnome. Logically speaking, you look at it and you think that what you're looking over is a halfling with slicked back, black hair and a dark brown complexion.
What a weird looking dwarf.
I think you mean dashing. What a dashing fellow.
You and I have very different tastes.
Not that kind of dashing.
I'm very uneasy.
So next to that painting, you see a very similar one. It's pretty much the exact same thing, except it's definitely an elf. And both of these paintings are like amazingly accurate in detail and in skill, how they've been painted. They look like, in our world, like an actual photo. The only way to tell if it were a painting is to like get up a centimeter close to see like the texture of the brush that was used to paint this. But yeah, you see in this other one, it's definitely the same thing, wearing that like red military jacket with white pants and black boots. It looks to be an elf. Same as the tapestry downstairs, he has like really lanky arms and legs and a really like short torso. That looks like bizarre compared to like any other elves you guys have seen.
Ophelia, are you sure you've not seen these kind of elves before? I mean, we saw them in the tomb where we got these other organs.
Can I ask the dungeon master questions?
Yeah, you can.
Are these like halflings?
So in the first one you saw, it was a halfling, but the second one I described is it looks more like an elf.
Would I have seen these in my cult?
That's a good question.
Or what's the intelligence?
Choose to roll intelligence or history. It looks vaguely familiar, but you just can't put your finger on it. Maybe you're shown something at some point while in your cult, but nothing rings a bell.
Okay, to answer your question, Lou, no, I don't think I know what these are. It's just really weird and freaking me out.
They're like too tall. I can't even fathom.
Maybe they're halflings, I don't know. This is so weird.
They're at least twice as tall as a halfling, so they're probably full
Well,
length.
you know, it's a dwarf.
Oh no, one of that guy over there is a halfling. Could be my great grandpa or something.
What the heck is a halfling?
Me. I'm half of a ling. I don't know. At least that's what my parents told me I was a halfling.
Half of a ling. That's funny.
Jax is processing.
Never really seen many other people like me either, but that's just what my parents told me.
Hans is just arms crossed staring at the painting with the elf in it.
Hans, does this look familiar to you? You're an elf.
Yeah, it takes a second to respond and just shakes his head.
You're both being very unhelpful.
You're gonna roll insight.
Me or her?
Anyone.
Oh, okay.
Shit, both Jackson and Lou see the same thing. Hans looks perturbed. He looks very interested in these paintings. It's more of like an educated interest rather than like maybe the Ophelia's more like scared discomfort.
So I'm freaking out, so I wanna just switch rooms.
Alright.
Can I just open this door?
I love how now we're trying to just open the doors before we destroy them.
We're learning.
So yeah, you try the door and it just opens.
Oh.
Sweet.
Hans, you wanna go first? That joke's
Crosses
not
his arms again.
Hey
Don't
man, you're the
listen
best
to
at
her,
finding
Mom.
traps.
I know tensions are high right now, guys, but we gotta keep our heads. Remember, we're a team.
Come on, guys, catch it. Whoa, what just happened? What the? How did he end up over there?
Did Hans run away?
No, he went to the next door.
Wait, what?
Oh, I put him in the wrong place. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was like, how did he teleport over there?
Hans
He
the
just,
Ninja
like-
runs forwards. Naruto runs forwards. Keep up, kids.
Naruto runs like into Area 51.
Yeah.
I mean, these lanky things do look like aliens.
Jackson, is there anything that Jax sees if he just walks down this hall? Is there anything like in the hallway?
Roll perception.
Oh, I'm not gonna perceive anything. Let's see.
I don't want to be perceived.
Oh, I did not perceive anything.
Yeah, it's just pretty dark in here.
Pretty dark.
Let's go up.
So you walk up to this door and you find an iron door. It looks extremely rusted. It's not even like sitting on its hinges correctly anymore. It's just kind of like leaning on its like the corner of the door. So to just like barely stand up.
Is it locked? Can I try opening it?
Try kicking it.
Yeah, you try the door, and this one is not locked. It definitely doesn't budge, but it looks very fragile.
I'm gonna kick it in.
You kick it in a gives a really loud, just painful creak as it scrapes against the stone that was leaning up on and just falls back with a loud thump.
Alright.
And as you guys look into the room, you see a room way brighter than any other you guys have encountered so far, as if there's like a lit torch in there. And as you guys walk in, you guys look up at the ceiling and see the room. The entire ceiling is taken entirely up of the tubing that leads into and out of this giant furnace that takes up most of the room. There's this one opening to the furnace that has 3 little openings so you can look inside. From those 3 openings, you can see on the ceiling there's this like really bright light whipping back and forth as if it's alive. You also hear this like 2 stones are constantly being rubbed together to make a hiss.
Well, should we try to disable this furnace somehow? This seems like it serves a bad purpose, right?
Maybe we don't touch the demon furnace.
This is probably where they burn the elves.
What?
Isn't this a tower owned by a local wizard?
That's what
we
you're
should
told,
have
yeah.
Wizard stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Like a source.
Luke kind of just looks at it, kind of, glares at it and asks it, "Hello?"
As soon as you see that, the hissing gets a lot louder, and you hear like a thumping from the inside of the furnace.
Is that someone trying to get out? Ooh,
It sounds like something's trying to get out.
we should open it. We can't just let someone die.
What if it's a monster?
Then we'll kill it. There's 4 of us.
Then you open it. I'm gonna stay over here.
Alright. Jax opens the door. Or, opens the furnace.
Okay, let me check something.
This is probably where Jax dies in a horribly fiery blaze of glory.
This is why people die in horror movies.
It seems that this opening, no part of it is larger than 1 inch. It looks like it was designed to not let anything out, even to just open it up and look at it for a moment.
I'm gonna shout hello into it and see if the person is like screaming or talking or something.
You hear this groan that sounds like 2 boulders constantly smashing together as the thumping inside gets even louder and more frequent.
We should just move on.
Yeah, dude, that's a freaking what's it called? The clay
Bye.
monster guys. That's a freaking golem.
Oh, that's probably where they're forged. That's how they make them.
Yeah, don't touch the golem machine.
I'm too stupid for that, to know that.
Right? Is that something Luke can figure out, or is that just Peter figuring it out?
Yeah, if Lou wants to roll Arcana real quick.
I mean, do we even know that there's clay golems in here yet?
Oh yeah, this is definitely a fire elemental.
Oh, okay.
You've heard about these? You may have even seen one. They are mean suckers.
So that's a fire elemental, guys. We should. It looks like he's been contained in there, so we should probably let it be, unless you guys want some of that sweet fire elemental loot.
I agree with Lou.
Okay. Yeah, I don't
Really?
like fighting things.
Where did my character go?
I don't know. Someone might be on top of you.
I
Oh.
think I'm on top of you accidentally. Although I think I was here first.
I don't see me.
Oh no, I'm not on top of you. Haha.
Is it?
Is Hans on top of you?
I don't think so.
Is Lou on top of you?
Nope.
Where did you go?
Uh-oh.
Nice.
We found a mystery on our hands, fellas.
Ophelia has disappeared.
We should split up and look for clues.
This is a part of your thing, right, Stu?
Nope.
There you go.
Aha!
Technical difficulties.
Alright. Lou, are you leading the charge down the hallway?
No, I just wanted to get out of that room.
Alright, Jax is leading the charge down the hallway. I'm just gonna sprint and see if I can just sprint past any traps, because I'm a pretty fast runner.
Who kind of trots along with an imaginary pony.
Roll a dex saving throw, Jax.
That's a clay golem, that's not me. There we go. Dex saving.
As you run, you just barely hop over what looks like purposely weak part of the hallway. Became weak over time as it falls as soon as your foot lands on it, but you quickly jump forward, avoiding it. The floor falls out from under you, and the debris of the floor just falls to the first level.
Guys, look out for the hole in the floor.
Thanks.
The
How
what?
big of a gap is it right now? Like, can people get across?
Most can. Lou might have some trouble, but I think most anyone else can get across it no problem.
Can I like stand at the edge of the hole to catch Lou if he doesn't make the jump?
Yeah, so Lou roll athletics and
Oh no.
Jax give the help action. So just roll advantage, Lou.
Okay, good. Thanks for the help.
No issue. You jump across and Jax catches you, giving you a hand. You're a-okay.
So
Sweet.
romantic.
Alright, run!
I like life.
Alright guys, I've stopped because we're at a fork in the road. Which way should we sprint?
Lou flips a coin. Isn't there a way? Oh man, I thought there was a way to do a two-sided dice.
I think there is, isn't there? I don't know, maybe not.
You can roll percentile, or just do a d20. 10 above is 10 above, 10 below.
Well, landing on tails. What does that mean?
Oh no, you're the one that had to
You're
say.
the one that rolled it. Go south.
Alright, south.
Alright, while we're taking our exercises here, I'm gonna quickly do another cure wounds on myself.
I'll pause so that Lou doesn't get left behind with his short legs.
Yay. Okay, I'm back to full health.
Now that I know that he's a halfling, I kind of understand. Alright. Again, I'm sprinting full speed to try and outrun traps.
Lou skids into a wall. Ah!
So
What'd you
Jax,
find? What's over there?
Jax, make a. Okay. As you run by, you like out of the corner of your eye see this a rune in the wall flash bright, and you just get this for like a split second this horrible headache, that you quickly shake your head and ignore.
Guys, close your eyes as you run past that rune thingy. And then I'm gonna kind of recklessly run into this room because I'm huffing and puffing, so I'm too like exhausted to check for traps.
Nothing happens. Hans walks in, pats you in the back, says, "Good job checking for traps."
Now they're bros.
Ophelia's like...
You guys walk in and you find a tile mosaic of geometric patterns covers the floor, and there is a broken spear that lies in the northeast corner of the room.
Does it look like there's a place to put the sphere in the room?
It looks like it definitely looks like it was cast aside. You guys also find in here a desk that kind of matches the geometric shapes you see in the floor. It's very like box-like and has like some like dividers on it for like separating papers. It has several drawers. It has even a chair put up on the opposite side of it. There's chairs on either side of it. There's one big chair on the opposite side of it, like opposite of you guys, and on your side are two smaller chairs. This definitely looks like an office of some kind.
Are there any papers on the desk?
The desk is cleared.
Is there a crystal ball around?
If you want to make an investigation check.
I'll investigate as well with my +0.
Doesn't really find anything. But as she is opening and closing drawers, Lou is looking pretty close. Each drawer is pretty empty. The room itself is very empty. There's nothing on the desk or in the like dividers that are sitting on the desk. In that, you find it very strange because this space looks very purposely. This space looks far newer than anything else you saw on the first floor. Well, newer and still intact, I should say. It looks like this place was definitely set up for someone to work here, but there is nothing here for someone to work with. So it's kind of eerie in that way.
Like they haven't been here in a while.
Right, like they were supposed to be here, but like maybe no one ever showed up. Like the space was never put to use.
Weird. It's almost like this place was made for a use, but didn't really get used for its intended use.
Maybe there's invisible things. Does anybody know how to see for invisible things? Hans, maybe?
No.
Boo. Well, I guess we should just turn around and head back down a different hallway.
So where do you guys go next?
I think they're going up.
Where Hans is.
It's a simple wooden door.
Hans can.
Okay. He walks up, he tries the door before he takes out his thieves' tools and opens right up.
You want me to go first, Hans?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll go first. I'll check for traps.
Good thinking.
Okay, you find no traps.
There's no traps, guys. Come on in.
Hans walks in and he bursts into flames. No,
Wait,
he's fine.
really?
No, he's fine.
Taking 1d20 fire damage.
As a fireball rune goes off and kills everyone.
Oh, not fireball.
I mean, I survived a bomb. I can survive a fireball, right?
So you guys walk into this room, and it is just as eerie as the other room, as you find essentially the same setup. The room size is a little different, but it's still a desk, still a big chair on one side and two smaller chairs on the other. There's some filing cabinets. You guys look through them, don't need to make a roll. It is all empty.
So we already passed through here. Is this just a dead end, or is this go out to another spot?
Have we been in this room yet?
No, you haven't been in this room, you haven't been in this room.
Okay, yeah, let's go back this way and then kind of go into this room first before we go into the big room.
Okay, so you guys kind of loop back around.
Wait, this isn't gonna take me there.
No. You guys look back around over this way.
I'm sorry.
Anyways, yeah, get over here.
We're all just spread around the entire place.
I
Alright,
just
let's
see us
go.
all wandering aimlessly.
What's this door made of?
Iron door.
I try to open it.
It seems locked.
Hans, get to work, please.
So
I respect your abilities.
you can't see it under like his half-covered face, but you think he smiles.
Yes.
What? Is
Made a
this a
friend,
dating
guys.
simulator? Are you trying to date Hans? What is happening?
No,
I'm trying to show Hans that we respect him rather than just him being our slave.
Okay, well, he's a dick, so.
He's a useful dick.
He
Okay.
glares at Ophelia as he works on the lock. But then there is a click and the door swings open.
You
And
want me to go first again, Hans, or you want to go first?
he says, I can check for traps.
Alright, you got this, buddy.
He walks in, gives a quick look around, and says, it looks empty in here. So what you guys find is similar to that room with the furnace. You guys walk in, and it's tubes take up the entirety of the ceiling that all lead down to this like really large, like central cylinder-shaped contraption that is standing on this like thinner base with like a single window that you guys can look into, and you see that like inside is this like rushing water that never seems to stop. Steam rises up from like this like little opening at the top with these like really tiny holes to allow the steam to exit. They're like definitely smaller than an inch, rising up and being caught by this tube with like a large cylinder built into it to catch the steam and to feed it into another tube.
It's the internet, a magical artifact of knowledge and cats. Luz says it's water.
So Jax looks at it, and based on what you saw in the furnace, this looks like a similar situation. So you would assume it's another creature made up of water. Ophelia looks at this and knows for a fact, based on her druidic training, that kept inside is the rushing body of a water elemental captured inside, constantly swirling around from both the heat heating up, making it move, and seemingly constantly trying to find a way to slip out.
So we've seen a fire elemental and now we're seeing a water elemental, and they both seem to be in like machines, causing the machine to operate. Well, I think we're done with this room.
Should we go to the big room?
Yeah, let's go to the big room.
That we don't know is big, but it's just a room with a door.
Let's go to that door we saw on the way here.
What kind of door is this?
A simple wooden door.
Can I open it?
You try to, you go to open it. The latch works, but the door seems jammed.
Alright, I'm gonna hit it with my ball.
Okay, go for it. Is that a 7 to hit?
Yeah.
Okay, you swing the ball, and it's like, you know, when you're playing golf and you just haven't played in a while. Kind of just whiff. It's just a little too short.
Guys, I'm off my game with door opening today. Someone else do it.
I can throw a fireball at it. Produce flame.
Oh, produce flame, yeah. So that hits, and the door seems brittle and rotted, so that quickly burns it up and makes it fall away. And the door is open to enter now. So Ophelia walks in.
Oh.
Okay.
Maybe
you walk. All right. What are you doing?
Perception?
Okay. Is this for traps or no?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't see anything, but as you walk in, you take a few steps in, and you take one final step, and you see a rune ignite on the floor. It glows a very bright blue. No, you're in it now. You're in it.
Yeah.
A very bright blue. And for a second, it lights up the entirety of this gigantic room. And you guys see for a split second, like rows and rows of these like tube-shaped structures with like elevated platforms around it, with like several desks set up all around. But just after that, the rune explodes, and Ophelia takes. Ooh, that was lucky. Ophelia only takes 5 damage as a gust of icy wind and snow bursts forth and knocks her on her back, and you feel this shocking heat rush through your system as this biting cold lurches onto you for a moment.
The one time we don't send Hans in first.
Alright. Does it look safe now that she has triggered whatever was gonna hurt her?
You can roll investigation or perception.
Alright, I'll do that. I'll roll investigation.
Yeah, you look around and the trap looks expended. It looks like it was... If it was a multi-use thing, it looks like it's no longer functions in its multi-use. You look around and you don't see any obvious signs of runes or things set up to launch something.
Alright, I'll walk in here. Can I see anything on the very other end of the room, or is it too far away?
It's very dark. The very other end, your torch does not reach. Does not illuminate. It's a very large room.
Hello?
Your voice echoes a bit, but no response.
Lou casts a light cantrip on a copper coin.
Okay.
So...
what's the range?
The range is... Sheds light in a 20-foot radius.
Cool.
And then dim light an additional 20 feet. And so he takes that copper coin and he kind of throws it like a skipping rock down the middle of the room.
So you toss it. Go ahead and roll strength to see how far it goes. You go to toss it and it slips out of your fingers and only goes maybe a few feet in front of you.
Like 5 feet?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up and try again.
Okay. Okay, you toss it and it goes about 20 feet this time. That would probably reach the other side of the room.
Is there anything new to see?
You see some boards for writing on. You see some filing cabinets. You see some desks. You see chairs. You see, as I said before, there's some stairs that lead up to this like elevated area that's like, it looks like it's meant to like look down onto the mini tube shaped things that are lining the kind of central part of this room. But like those offices, it looks like they were just never put into use. They're covered in some dust, but it seems like this entire tower is very well it's either very well cleaned or like dust doesn't have a chance to get in. As there is like a very small amount of dust on things, but mostly everything is in like this very pristine, like frozen in time state.
I guess we'll do an investigation check.
So what you do see on either side of the room are these two outdented box-looking stations with this sigil of like an elk's head on it, and it looks to have a indent that would accept like a power gem if you put it in.
Yeah.
So you put it in, and some looks like hand sanitizer, some like colorless liquid comes out, and kind of just since I assume you were putting your hand out you weren't expecting this, so it just kind of falls to the floor.
Okay. Lou kind of bent down to sniff at it.
You sniff at it. It smells like mint.
Alright, well, this appears to be some sort of potion dispenser. I don't know.
What potion do you think that is?
Smells fairly pleasant, minty. But yeah, I don't know.
Hans will walk over and press the runes, and you see as he cups his hand and gets like a decent amount in the palm of his hands, and he starts like rubbing around his hands, his neck, a little bit on his face, and he heals 7 points. You see as like this liquid comes over his open like cuts and bruises, they seem to like mend a bit.
Does he
Okay.
tell us this?
You guys see it. He doesn't say anything.
Okay. I'm gonna go pick up a handful.
So go ahead and roll 2d4.
I'll do the same.
Can I pick up another handful?
It's still functioning, so you can use it one more time if you like. Does someone else take some more?
I took some more.
So you heal for 3. It's still functioning. Someone else can use it if they want.
I'm taking it.
You heal for 6.
Yes. So useful. Is it still functioning?
It is. It's still functioning. Yeah.
Okay,
Just
I'm
Are you-
barely.
Are you at full health, Ophelia?
No.
Yeah. You heal for 6. This thing is like grinding, and it sounds like a dying dog. It sounds like it's spitting and throwing up, and like it spurts some of the liquid, but it's still functioning.
Alright, I'll use it.
Okay, use it one more time.
Oh, let's go!
I'm back.
Perfect.
Oh man, it's still functioning. Damn.
I don't need it anymore.
Okay.
Maybe use some more.
Okay.
But Lou, you've been missing out. Do you want to try using it?
I think
Huh?
Lou killed himself.
Oh,
Thanks for another 6.
well, I'm at full health now, so
That was awesome.
yeah. Nice. This-
Hans is gonna try using it. Heal for 6. He's back to full.
Sweet, we're all full health. Let's go.
See if it's still functioning. It is. Yeah.
Damn.
That's surprising. Okay.
Well, I'm good.
Alright.
So you guys have discovered a healing station.
Nice.
What Lou also would find, because he probably searched the entire room with that investigation check, that these tube-shaped machines. They seem to have this. It's not glass, but it seems to have a glass-like cover that is frosted from the inside, as runes line the metal tops of them that are like carved, not, like really elegantly carved into their structure.
Alright.
Some light also comes from the tubes. It seems to be the only thing that seems to be on in this room, as the runes like slightly pulse with life.
Should we check out the rest of this room?
Yeah.
You guys want to roll an investigation?
Yeah.
Sure. I am so dumb today. And by I mean Jax.
Yeah, you guys don't find anything here. Seems
Alright.
pretty empty.
Let's leave. What haven't we checked out yet? Oh, we
I
haven't.
think you guys are
We'd
pretty
have to-
done for this floor.
Alright.
There's
So we have to run all the way to over here.
Yep.
Lou.
Alright. I'm coming. So there's nothing in this big room? Okay. Thought they'd be.
I
I
know
thought
the
there was gonna be
tubes.
light.
Tubes?
Tubes seemed alive.
Do they
Yeah,
crystal
but
ball
we're still
dispensers?
figure it out.
You didn't see a dispenser of any kind. No, you didn't find a crystal ball.
All right, let's go up or down. I still don't know what direction we're going.
You guys are going up. You guys are ascending the pyramid.
All right, I'll take the point on this.
So as you guys get to the top, you guys file in to this large, it seems to be the very top of the pyramid, single room that is very like open. It has lots of like windows, and it has like the very far end is like it's kind of like a balcony, but it has like several like pillars that looks to be in the same style as a podium that was outside, holding up this kind of those like crisscrossed wooden poles that allow for like grapes to grow where they are, except
Trellises?
Huh?
Trellises?
Yeah, it's like a trellis. But there's nothing alive on them. It looks very dead. You guys get up there. It's filled with the brim of everything you guys might have expected to be in the previous level. There are papers strewn about all over the place. On the floor is this extremely large, very expensive and intricate carpet with that looks to be black and yellow in color. There are cabinets. There are cabinets. There are cabinets just for like cabinets and filing cabinets, I should say. And then there are mini desks. There are many like trophies of animals you guys have never seen mounted on the walls. There are weapons mounted on the walls that look very extravagant and expensive. There are rolled up tapestry and carpets, kind of like standing up and standing like to one side, just like leaning up against like one of those old like really big wooden desks just to one side on the wall. There are several more paintings just sitting in stack up against the wall on one side of the room. This place seems to be like a gold mine of like art and expensive things. But as you guys look around to see all these nice things around, you eventually all look to the center of the room where you see a towering figure hunched over a large wooden desk as he's like, it looks like he's pushing around papers, lifting some up, quickly organizing some into stacks, writing things down with ink and quill, just working away, paying you guys no attention as he has this like from behind all you can see he's wearing this these black and yellow fine robes, complete with like a mantle that like goes around the neck, goes out to the shoulders, dips down, and comes back up to a point. That looks very like ceremonial, not armored, but ceremonial, and it looks like it's made out of a mix of like maybe gold and platinum. But yeah, he's this like just very robed figure, hunched forward, working, paying you guys no mind. You can faintly hear him muttering to himself.
So I'm gonna kind of bring everybody over here to a huddle. I'm gonna be like, hey guys, I'm gonna try talking to him. See if he has our crystal ball and if he'll be willing to give it to us, or if we can trade it or something. But if he starts kind of getting, if he's like not, if he has one and he's not willing to give it to us, let me stand behind you out of his sight for a bit, and I'll give him a. I learned a new trick recently to suggest actions to other creatures.
Okay.
Okay, sounds
So,
like a
But
plan.
we probably shouldn't let him see me do it.
Okay.
Can Lou just like stand behind someone and he's so short that he can't be seen?
Yeah, you can take half cover behind someone, especially behind Ophelia.
Yeah. Alright, so where's the guy?
He's kind of over here, hunched over a desk.
Well, you guys should probably check for traps. I mean, I guess I
Okay.
could do a
You want us
perception,
to?
but I'll check. Nope, he doesn't see anything over here. In fact, he sees anti-traps.
Hans looks around and Ophelia looks around too, and you both kind of give a look of agreement that you neither of you see traps.
Cool. Okay. So it's
Alright.
just an really freaky guy.
So
Are you approaching him?
I'm gonna say hello from right back here.
Okay, so you just really loudly say hello, and
Yeah.
you see this guy turn around. He says something you guys do not understand, but the way he says it and the surprise in his voice, it definitely sounds like he's swearing in surprise. As he looks at you guys with these like, they look weirdly too large for any elf you've seen, as his like from where his arms bend under his like long robe, like long sleeves of his robes, his arms look too long. They like go down too long to where the elbow bends. He turns and looks at you guys and just looking disheveled. Like the front of his robes have like stains all over them, including his mantle that he wears. It has like stains of like random food he's been eating, and he just looks at you guys in total shock and surprise. That might be a good place to end it.
Okay.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Just real quick, Lou also says hello in Halfling and Sylvan.
Okay. Yeah, you don't understand what he says.
Okay.
This guy doesn't seem like he's having a good time.
I feel like there's gonna be some magic afoot. I do not like it.
Hey Jax, how do you feel about magic?
I freaking hate it.
Wild.
Might be some magic in the wizard tower. You
They,
never know.
I had a
They-
bad feeling about this quest ever since they said tower
and Wizard.
and wizard in some particular order that I can't remember and don't really care about.
Did I tell you guys about the monk in the other campaign that I'm playing? Where he claims he's immune to magic. And
Was
he has
he?
but he's definitely not. And monks use ki, which he swears is absolutely not magic. It's ki.
So different.
Internal bodily force, like a fart.
So they're not using magic in Naruto.
No, never.